Alrighty, traders, step aside from the building. Step aside, guys. It's not time to enter the building. Actually, if you're in the building, it's time to exit the building. You know that. You know what I'm talking about here right now, right? That mining sector, guys, stage left. Gold market, stage left. And you know what happened, right? You know what happens when you're in the building and the building's saying, hey, we're about to collapse here. And you're like, no, it's not going to collapse. You know what? That's the mining sector, right, guys? That's the mining sector. But before I do get in, guys, there's a few things I want to share with you here that I see happening across the actual board right now. Before I start, guys, make sure you, first thing in the description there, guys, click on that. Go join my next webinar I'm running because I'm going to teach you everything I know about the actual trade in the market. I'm going to teach you my trading system for free, right? If you don't even know what a good trading setup looks like in the marketplace, what are you even doing? When you open up your charts, do you even know what you're looking for? And if the answer is no, then you need my webinar, right? Because I'll teach you my system. At least that gives you a foundation of what to actually look for. So, firstly, look, good old Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin could be getting ready for a nice move here soon, guys. We're actually right at, you can see Bitcoin here is actually right at this level of support. So we've been holding this level of support through here. Support, or was support, or should I say resistance. Then it came back down, now we're finding support. So if we can start this grayscale trust anyway, if we start to break above 96, then looks like the good old Bitcoin could be getting ready for another nice move to the upside from there. Let's go look at the actual all markets from here. So the Dow Jones right now, let me bring on some good old moving averages. So Dow Jones right now is still holding here, and the issue with the Dow Jones is, as you can see, we're going up very weak. See that through there? We're going up, but it's slowly, it's very ugly going up. That's very bad, right? Because you typically in a very strong move, you want to see how this leg here was much stronger. See how that's strong, but that's weak, right? This is called strength in moves. So the strength in moves is all about seeing that coming through there. So what that means is that when we have this, see how that's strong through there, and then it's more likely, because this is strong, this is weak. Whenever we do get that weak, typically what happens is that it's giving us a warning sign that we could be getting ready for something like that soon. So very weak sign there. Good old NASDAQ 100 is continuing to move up from here. Even if we do continue up from here, guys, just remember where we are right now in these big long-term charts, as you can see. If I bring on my long-term charts through there, you can see how we've actually had this very strong move to the upside, and we're at this level here right now. So we may get something like this here, but we're getting towards the end, and we need to go through a bit of a cooling off period first, right? So I don't know when that's going to be, but just know we're getting towards the end of this overall big move here before, as you can see on these weekly charts, before we start to go through a bit of a cooling off period, we're probably going to go through that. And then also the same thing for the composite as well too. S&P 500, as you can see for the S&P 500, very big, strong. We're continuing up through here, just overall continuing up. And as you can see, we're continuing up and continuing up. This is where a lot of traders who don't have trading plans, who don't know these markets, they're trading based off FOMO. And the FOMO right now, right? The FOMO right now is absolutely real. The FOMO right now is where people are going to start to get involved with it and so on and so forth. So we may continue up from here. But remember, we're getting very long in the tooth, meaning you do know there's going to be some sort of a pullback real soon. So stage left, for me anyway, stage left, because as we continue here, it's like elastic band, right? Elastic band is what? Elastic band is that you stretch it, and then you get the snap back from there. So that's what I'm seeing there on the S&P. Russell as well too. Russell's having a really strong breakout for me. Again, everything's pretty vertical right now. So I wouldn't be too surprised, guys, to see a pretty weak quarter four. But I'm also expecting 2026 to be a very weak year for all markets. So as you can see, look at this here. Up. Mark my words, guys. You watch, right? Yes, we may continue a little bit more upward movement in what I just said here, right? But mark my words. You watch what happens over the next few months. Next few months, when the market starts to correct, you know why. Because it's like it happened, right? It's so overstretched. And the issue with this is that if the market does continue to run on, you think you've missed out, and then a month later we're going through a really big correction from there, right? So this is where your patience needs to be intact, right? It's something that I talk about with my coaching clients all the time. I have a coaching group called the 1% group, and put it this way, guys. If you are struggling right now and you are really on the wrong side of things right now, guys, you really need my coaching. and now you may or may not be a good fit for it. I have a 1% group where you're with me every day, and I'm holding your hand through everything: trading setups, trade management, mindset stories, and so on and so forth. I have around 15 people in that group right now. If you'd like to join that, I have a couple of spots left. Second link in the description there, guys. Click on that. That is a link to the application page where you can start to book a call with me, and you and I will have a good chat from there. And I promise you, just give me 6 to 12 months with me, guys, and I promise you, I didn't care. I have people that join me for 10 years, and it's just in a few months, I'm changing everything they do for these markets, and I'm changing them in the right direction because I'm showing them the truth about these markets. All right? So, looking at good old gold and silver from here, look, as you can see, silver did indeed actually reject off that resistance. One of the reasons why I got out of my silver trade, one, because my options, I was SLV, my options were expiring in a month, and I knew that any bit of a short-term drop would be weak. And secondly, I knew that we were getting at resistance. I knew we'd probably respect it. So we actually did get a bit of a drop through there. And gold as well too. And gold is actually looking quite weak, guys. Gold is actually, as you can see, gold actually tried to break up. So gold actually gave a little bit of a, look at this there. See that little bit, it actually gave a little bit of a false breakout, and now we're reversing from here. So everything is starting to slow down, right? It's like slowing down. So I wouldn't be too surprised, guys, if we see a lot more weakness coming out of this level from here, right? We may even get something like this coming down through to here. So what you want to see, what you want to wait and see is that firstly, we're starting to get this topping action from here, a little short-term false breakout. So if this does drop down to here and we get something like that, what you want to see is that if we get like a bit of a V topping action like that, bit of a V top on the weekly charts, then it's game over for that through there. Same for the mining sector right now. We've talked about this a few times, but just so much vertical move on the upside. And if you're not part of this, this is at least a warning sign to step aside because one, you know we're going to get a bit of a drop soon. But also two, you don't want to short the bull market. I'm seeing some people like, I'm short in the mining sector right now. Like, what are you doing? You're in a bull market. This thing can keep going up a little bit more before we get the correction. So be smart, right? Be smart. Never short a bull market, but also understand where you are right now, and no FOMO, no FOMO. Hence the reason why my SIL trade, and it's so interesting, right? My SIL trade, I got out literally a couple of days ago. Let me bring this up here, right? I literally got out. I did a video here 3 days ago saying I got out, and I got the hate for it. Who's hating now? Do you know my options are getting crushed right now? By me not being greedy, I got out at a perfect time. And I was so ballsy to put it on YouTube to show you that I got out at that time, right? And so far, again, I had an October option on the SIL. One, I was at 280% return, or that's what I collected. I actually sold it at 280% return. So I made a big profit. And secondly, I knew what? I knew that we may even go through one of these guys again, up and then sideways and up and then sideways again. I can't afford my option to go through that time phase. Otherwise, my options are going to get crushed. And because we had such a big move to the upside, we may be now, if we are going to go for another move, we're probably going to spend a few weeks doing that. I can't afford that with my option. So I need to be smart about how I'm trading the markets, not letting my greed and fear. And thank God I didn't, because that's the exit there. And the same for the SLV. Look at this here from the, where's the SLV? SLV right here, right? And the SLV, it was right this day right here. And it was a perfect day to exit, right? So this, remember guys, this is for trading purposes. I'm a short-term trader, or I'm a swing trader. That's what I do, right? I swing trade. That's the best trade to do. But then I also listen to the warning signs to say, I need to be, and that's the reason why I did. If you guys watched my videos a couple of days ago, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So now you understand the reason why. And for you guys that are calling me a little so-and-so and whatever, it's like, as you can see, I did the right thing. Because if you're in options right now, your options are getting crushed. And now you're hoping it's going to go back up. Instead of not being greedy and being a professional trader. So you know what? This has made a nice move. I'm getting out from there. So I'm so happy that I did that. And I was ballsy enough to actually put it on YouTube. And also at the top, at all of that, I sold out and I I made a big profit on these things. And now I'm sitting on the sidelines waiting for the next opportunity. So mining sector, guys, very big move in the mining sector, very big move in gold and silver right now. I'm expecting to see the next 3 months could be really bad for these markets. So we are getting more movement to the upside here, and we may have a little bit more movement to the upside, but everything's getting very stretched, guys. And this is a massive warning sign that something big is about to hit the market. By the way, traders, if you're serious about leveling up your trading, I've opened up 10 spots to my Inner Circle coaching program. This is where I show you all my best trading strategies I trade every single day. You get access to my scans that I use there all the time as well too. Every single week, I do a live weekly group coaching session for the Inner Circle group. And my whole goal there is to help you become a well-rounded master trader. Emotional management, trade management, letting your profits run, cutting losses short, and all the different discipline, patience, all the different areas to help you become a well-rounded master trader. And also, you get access to an exclusive committed group of all the Inner Circle group so you can communicate with them. And that's our private Inner Circle group as well too. But this is what I want you to do right now. This is only application only. We're only looking for committed traders. And if you're ready to go, then that's for you. There should be a link in the description there, or go to getjohntop.com right now. Go fill out the application form. It's only for the first 10 only, because I like to keep the group really small. So go there right now. Go to getjohntop.com right now. Go fill out the application form, and I will personally be speaking to you on the phone, and we'll go from there to see if you're a good fit for what I'm looking for. Speak to you soon, traders.